Chichi.
Sports Jazz, thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry. Okay, that's a funny one. That's a funny one.
Yeah.
Yo, Sports Jazz, thank you so much for tuning in. Josh, Isaac, we are back. It's been a while. It's been a while. Josh, what up? What up? I understand
Yo, I'm good.
you just ended your celebrations beating Arsenal, knocking them out of the FA.
Yeah, but yeah, we did knock them out of the FA, but it's not a very big celebration when you win against a lesser opposition.
So you're literally saying Arsenal is a small team.
Yeah, very small team. I mean, things like that when Manchester United comes to town, I mean, things are different.
Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Josh and Isaac, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. And yes, well, it's the preview. Manchester United hosting Southampton at Old Trafford. Yeah, I remember the first leg, rather the first time in this very season, first leg, yeah, we beat them 3-0. And we're hosting them this time around at Old Trafford. And if I'm to look at the head-to-head record, out of 5 games, United have won twice and three draws. Southampton has lost nothing, or rather has won nothing. And last matches of each club or each team, recent form, United has won one. It has only one draw and 3 losses, just like Newcastle, the same. 1 win, 1 draw, 3 losses. Well, I'm not going to call them mid-table clubs, but these are both clubs that are in the second half of the Premier table. United with 23 points, Southampton only 6 points. So they are not doing well. Both of them are not doing well. But in this very game, I understand Southampton really need to get out of the relegation zone. They want to do everything to start winning games. And as for Man United, they also want to step out of the second bit of the EPL and go back into the first 10, probably go back, fight for Europa, because I don't see them going or finishing in the first 4. But yo, Josh, it's a game that is highly anticipated. It's a game that is going to be a bit intense. Your thoughts, Josh?
Well, first of all, I mean, you should. It is really unfair for you to compare Manchester United with Southampton in the manner that you did. I mean, United is not doing as well as it was before, but you cannot compare Manchester United and Southampton the way you did. I mean, Manchester United is going through a bit of a revolution, and yet Southampton, that seems to
I think
be their MO.
I think majority of the teams are going through a revolution. Chelsea is currently going through one, and they are performing so well. They're doing okay, not
Are
very
they?
well, but
Are
they are
they?
performing beyond their expectations. Yes, Josh, they are. They are. How many
Are
points are
they?
they? Which position in the
I don't know.
EPL?
I don't really look at the table until United is first. So if it is
Well,
not, then I don't know what is happening
you
there.
should,
But
so that you know teams that
I
are
did
performing well
promise
and
you. I
not.
did promise you that United will play Champions League next season, and yeah, United will play Champions League that
I remember
season. I
your
mean,
words. You said
yeah, we.
it's still the
Mm,
first half of the season. The
yeah, it's
second
just the
half is
first.
we are barely even into the first half. Well, it's
No, but you can see we are
mid-January,
taking
Josh.
shape. Yeah, we are taking shape in January. I told you before when Ruben Amorim came that it
Sorry,
was too
Josh.
soon for him to make so many changes. Yeah,
Okay, Josh. Let's go. Yeah, sorry, you're saying?
yeah. I told you that it was a bit difficult for Ruben Amorim to make changes drastically at the club. But what
Mm,
was important for him to do was to insist that the model of play that he wanted the players to have was incorporated in the side. And slowly by slowly, even when he had a session without the players being present, when he had first just come in, he insisted on playing his style of football. And I think the players are enjoying it. It's just that at the time, so many games were coming thick and fast, and he had to rotate players to at least keep the players fresh. And the best player to pick is the player who is 100% fit and mentally fresh. So January still has a couple of games, but United not being in the Carabao Cup, maybe we missed a fixture there, and he has a bit of more days on the training pitch, and he can rest a few of his players, or not rotate the players every now and then. It's just that this particular game that we're going to play against Southampton is it comes on a Thursday just after beating Arsenal on a Sunday. So the
And
temptation to
again on
rotate
Sunday,
players,
you play Brighton.
yeah. So the temptation to rotate players between now and the Brighton game is really high. But I would love for Ruben Amorim to continue with the same lineup that he has played in the previous two games. Um, what to note is this is the first time that he's going to have to do it without Diogo Dallo at left wing back, because Diogo Dallo is suspended for this one. Ruben Amorim has not yet encountered this problem, but at Manchester United, availability of a left wing back or a left back is has been a very very difficult thing. But thank God, Terrell Malacia is back. He's a bit rusty, but he has had a couple of minutes in him, and I think he should be able to do the job.
Well, we hope he does the job well. United unbeaten in their last 15 Premier League games against Southampton. And of course, Southampton has lost 13 of their 14 Premier League away games against Manchester United. So it looks like United has a bigger edge. It looks like United is a bigger team. They might perform, or in other words, we expect United. I, as a United fan, I expect Manchester United to come out gunning, just like in the first leg during Ten Hag's era. Well, Josh, we have a bit of you know what's happening. The transfer news, Casemiro on the brink of leaving, but we don't know. It picked up some, it picked up. Then somehow it has cooled down. We don't know whether he's still living for 2025 to Saudi Arabia. Then, of course, the main man. Some of you have labeled him a legend. Others have said no, he doesn't deserve the legendary status. That is
Legend,
Marcus Rashford.
bro.
Some
This is
United
not
fans, that's
Arsenal.
what they are calling him.
No, no, no. This is not Arsenal. You cannot be a legend for winning the FA Cup and a few community shields
I
here and
know.
there. Yeah,
And
that's not a
he had only
legend.
one good season under Ten Hag where he
No,
scored
he
30
could have
goals.
had a couple of good seasons in him, but if you are that inconsistent in the performances when you're the poster boy of the club, I don't think you can be a legend at the club. And legends win things.
He hasn't. He won you the Europa, Josh. Okay, he was part of the team that did win the Europa.
Exactly. I mean, he was part of the team that won the Europa. He's the forward in the side. If
Yeah.
he was the top scorer in that campaign, then maybe you can say that he won United a Europa League, and his name would have been written all over that Europa League that United won. But that was not the case. He was just part of the paraphernalia at the club, and yeah, there's Zlatan Ibrahimovic who even got out of the tournament before the final, did a much better job than Marcus Rashford was doing. So I don't
Okay,
think we should overstate his importance to Manchester United. We do appreciate the years that he has spent at the club, but we cannot just throw around words like we are Arsenal fans. I mean, you cannot call him a legend.
bro. Chill Arsenal fans. What up? Chill Arsenal fans. But
No,
anyway, before that,
because I
Josh,
mean,
we're
for their
coming back to.
football club, I do understand where they come from because they have to have some legends. You so see if they do not have if they do not win so many things. I mean, at a certain point, if in 15 years you cannot point to a legend, at least you will say that Jack Wilshere was the best that they never really got to see.
So, in other
At
words,
least.
Josh, we are not going to miss Marcus Rashford. Amarim is not going. His presence is not going to fail. Rather, is not going to be felt, right?
No, no. Don't get me wrong. We are
But
already
we
missing
don't have
Marcus
a
Rashford.
replacement yet. We don't have a replacement
Yeah,
yet.
we are
We are not
already
waiting for
missing.
some players. Hmm.
Yeah, we are already missing Marcus Rashford because the fact that he's still on our books, he's still at the club, maybe he would have come in and helped players to keep fit. Maybe the manager would have selected him and eased the burden on the fatigue of important players for the club. Maybe his resurgence, if he had chosen to be another type of player under the new manager, would have given United the push that it needs in the competitions that we are still in. So until we do get a replacement for Marcus Rashford, we shall miss him. We shall miss him. We do need the player, but we shall not miss the character of Marcus Rashford.
Well, he's a player that I thought would break, I mean, records for Manchester United, especially coming through the ranks of the academy. But again, I think this is common with English players. You look at Jack Wilshere. I'm not saying he came through the City Academy. You look at Foden. It's the same story. You look at Walcott back then, Lingard. I can break a few apart from Jude Bellingham, who's trying to balance the board. But it looks like
Wayne Rooney.
okay, of course, Wayne Rooney.
Yeah,
Come on,
Wayne Rooney, proper
put some
legend.
respect on him.
Yeah,
It's
but
not even
you
right to
see,
mention him. But majority of
football.
English, the four, majority. Sean
But
Wright
you see,
Phillips.
when you see a player like Jude Bellingham, you have to appreciate the character of the kid. I mean, this kid was at 16 years old at Birmingham, and United was lacking around, hoping to sign this very exciting midfielder. But the kid maybe has a very good support system around him. He did choose to go abroad, and things turned out very well. He played um, very well in Germany. He adapted well. Then he left that place, did move on, and went to Real Madrid. And yeah, like they say, the rest is history. He's that guy.
He's a
But these
fantastic guy. But
boys who have grown at home and fed like that, and maybe the exception you can say is Jadon Sancho.
there was a saying. Oh my God, there's also Jadon Sancho.
Yeah,
I don't think he's
because
going to do better than he has done already.
even if
I don't think.
even if he has moved out of Dortmund and come back to England, he has not
Mm,
taken the league by storm. He's not that player. He's a guy who will
yeah.
have a good game every now and then, but he's not that player.
Well, I mean, there was a notion that Rashford, as everything, is not a good player, and the few teams will be in for him. But we're seeing Barcelona, we're seeing Napoli, we're seeing. Stop laughing, Josh. We're seeing Barcelona just beat Real Madrid badly. They whooped Madrid a few days ago.
And they won
We're
Marcus
seeing AC
Rashford.
Milan. We're seeing AC Milan that really look like they have a tight grip on getting him. We're
I
seeing
had
Borussia
I had
Dortmund.
sorry, I
Galatasaray
had
is also
something
coming
about
into the mix.
sorry, I had
Teams
something
are really
about
interested in
Marcus.
him.
Sorry, I had something about Marcus Rashford failing his medical at AC Milan.
No, that is not correct, Josh. Stop the jokes. Stop the jokes.
But I mean, I think you've carried on a few jokes there, because I don't think that Barcelona would be looking to sign Marcus Rashford even if he was on a free transfer. It would be career suicide for Marcus Rashford to set foot in Barcelona, because I do understand that um, he has a wanting attitude towards the game and stuff like that. And as we do understand, Barcelona, if you're not really from La Masia and stuff like that, it will be a very difficult place for you. So, and Marcus Rashford is not that player. He's not the player who is going to sit Lamine Yamal. He's not the player who is going to take his chance by the scruff of the neck if Lamine Yamal is not in the game, and he's given a bath to stop the game. He's not going to do that. So it is very difficult for you to even suggest Barcelona would want such a player. But Barcelona is known for doing
Barcelona,
deals for different reasons.
the last
However, the
3 2 seasons, Barcelona has been picking everyone. They've been buying everyone. So maybe it could be
yeah,
true.
but
I
the
understand that they even want to let,
but
is it first to go? They want to let him go.
who?
They want to, I'm forgetting the kid.
Yeah,
Uh,
Ansu Fati.
yeah, Ansu Fati. They want to let him go.
Yeah, but maybe Ansu Fati, it is time for him to look for pastures new. Ansu Fati, I feel for him. I feel for the lad because there are things that happened in Ansu Fati's development that could really affect his mental health, and it is very difficult for him to perform at the level that he did. He won a golden ball very early on, and he was a star boy in his debut season for Barcelona. Then he was the heir to the throne of the shirt 10 that Messi departed. Then there were so many injuries that he did get at the time, and Barcelona's financial woes also were sorry, excuse me, were a thing to think about at the time. Then the resurgence of Barcelona under Hansi Flick, where this boy is seeing all the boys that he grew up with at the La Masia are playing in this team and they're enjoying themselves. I mean, it takes a very good, um, a very strong character to overcome all those things that have happened to him in his short career. But I do believe he's a very decent footballer. He's a talented footballer. He can make it if he can wrap his head around not necessarily sticking around to make it at Barcelona. He can go elsewhere and prove his worth. I believe there's so many teams that would be willing to take on a player like Ansu Fati, including Manchester United.
I don't think. I mean, he was at was that Brighton? He failed
Yeah, yeah,
miserably. He
yeah.
failed.
He did. No, he failed. Yeah, 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 yeah. But I've just
He
told you the
failed,
things
Josh.
that were around. The circumstances were very difficult for this boy. I mean, it would have been much better for him to have gone out on loan in a Spanish team, just to
Well,
help him wrap his head around the things that happened to him in a space of say 2 years.
I know he has struggled. He has struggled, but yeah, we are not. Rather, we are not talking about Ansu. We wish him all the best. Yeah, Josh. Back to United. We're playing Southampton tomorrow. Okay, but
Yeah,
we just beat.
can't wait.
I know. I know. We just beat Arsenal, and from what I've
Did we
seen,
just beat them or
we
we
just beat
outclassed
Arsenal.
them? No, we outclassed them.
Okay, we outclassed them.
Yeah, yeah, we did
However you
outclass
want to
them.
put it, but which is true, by the way.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
mean,
Yeah, we
beating those guys,
outclassed them because
going toe to toe for over 70 minutes, a man down, and there were
yeah,
12 players on the pitch.
I don't think we were going toe to toe. They were trying to go toe to toe with us.
Look, this brings me to my question, Josh. The first games of Amorim, pundits, as you know, the media that started raining on him, but he kept his cool, saying that kind of formation is not going to work. That structure, it works indifferently. It's not in EPL and everything. And he came out and said, players just need time. They just need to adapt. They need to know my system. They need to understand and and in other understand the instructions, the things we tell them to do, and how to execute the plan on the pitch. And he went on to say, this will come slowly by slowly, but it's because I don't have a lot of time with I haven't had a lot of time with the players. We've only had three. I think he said only 3 full training sessions, and the first time we saw him train with the team for a long time, a period of 5 to 6 days. That was the game where I think we're from losing to Newcastle, and we drew
Newcastle.
with Liverpool. We drew to Liverpool at Anfield. Then again, we see another space, and they come out again fantastic, doing way even more better than we performed against Liverpool, beating a team like an informed team like Arsenal. I know you want to call it a small team, but they're doing so well. It's a third, I think, on the
Yeah, yeah,
table.
yeah. There's so many
But
small
so,
teams in the Premier League that are in form.
Josh, this I know you're going to talk about Nottingham Forest. This brings my
Yeah,
question, Josh.
Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth.
is it correct now to say that indeed players need to adapt, not the manager, from what
Definitely,
we've seen?
it was always going to be the case. I mean, players must adapt to the instructions of a manager. It doesn't work the other way around. A manager cannot go into a dugout hoping that I'm going to give these guys a couple of ideas, and if they don't work, then I will ask them, what ideas do you want me to give you? I mean, he should have his own ideas that he wants to implement at a football club and stick to them. He stuck to his, and you can see that if the players do get hold of the things that he wants them to do, they will become much better footballers. You can see that Bruno Fernandes is no longer the player that takes too
Unplayable now.
many risky passes and loses the ball in that manner, because the players are around him and they're very close to him, so he can pass, he can make short passes to them. And the fact that he's going to make that Hollywood pass once or twice in a game, he tries to pick his moments and pick the right one.
Which is correct, because since day one, Amorim has had his idea of playing his system, the 3-4-3. Even in front of the press, when asked, he kept on saying, "No, I'm not going to change." Some fans, as I said earlier, pundits, ex-players called him out. They said he would fail, but it looks like it looks like they are
Yo,
chewing
don't
on cud
say
right
he's not
now. 'Cause-
succeeded yet. He's not
no, he's
succeeded
not.
yet.
He's not. But Josh, we
He
are
doesn't
seeing
even have
the
he doesn't
blueprint.
even have
We
the
are
right
seeing the
players.
blueprint, Josh.
Yeah, he doesn't even have the right
Exactly.
players
He
in all
doesn't
the
even have the right
positions.
players yet. So imagine if he
In
gets the right
all the
players, Josh.
positions, in all the positions. So it's not really a team yet, but the players at United are good enough. These players
But
are good enough.
you
If
know
they
what?
step up and listen to the manager, they're good enough to play.
One of the reasons that's why I respect Amorim is, I mean, he has this long-term vision every time he's speaking. For Man United, I understand he expects to stay there for a long time. It's, in other words, he's not in for a short fix. Okay, that is very
Yeah,
good, and it's good for
everyone
every
who
manager.
works,
No, we had Ralph.
every
Come on, Ralph
yeah,
made it clear he's in for a short
yeah,
fix, and we all know he
yeah,
came in
but
for rather to
no, that
fix
was the
something
contract.
quickly.
The contract he did sign was in that manner. He was only supposed to be there as an interim, and in the long run, he would go on to be part of the administration or something like that. But everyone who walks through the door at Manchester United really thinks that they would be at the club for a very long time. Such is the iconic iconic state of the club. It just catches on with you. I mean, from the fans and the institution itself and several departments at the club, it's not like anywhere else you have been. I mean, you
I'm
can see Eric Ten Hag loved the club, Jose Mourinho loved the club, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer loved the club, Louis Van Gaal not so much, because he was a very experienced manager, and he didn't like
Trust
the
me, he
things that
liked.
he
He
saw.
liked. He just stopped ranting about him getting
No, he didn't
sacked.
like the things that he saw. He didn't like the things that he saw. I mean, the people above him were not doing a good job for him to keep the product on the pitch positive.
I'm just hoping that Ineos backs him. I mean, the board backs him on everything, the direction he wants to take, getting more players, players that are exposed to his formation and all that, because we are seeing he's really pulling strings. Players like Rashford, Casemiro, Luke Shaw, even Garnacho, players that we thought were untouchable under Eric Ten Hag,
No, 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 no. I never
are being
thought that
considered out of the
Garnacho.
project, out of the long-term project. Well,
Personally, I
Garnacho,
never really thought that Garnacho was untouchable. I
no,
do love the player because he's young
do
and
you
he's
think
a
United
talent
would
from the
turn down
academy.
70 million deal on Garnacho?
No,
Exactly.
if the manager okays it, but 70 million is just too much. I know he's not always going to give you that kind of money.
The teams are there. Teams will give you that. But anyway, I was
I
just saying,
don't
I'm
think.
happy
I
that
don't think.
players that we thought were untouchable under Eric Ten Hag are the players he has proved to us that. I mean, for as long as you don't fit into his philosophy, if you don't read and understand his
No, actually,
philosophy, there's no
for
reason as to why you
Ganacho,
should be staying at the club.
the learning curve is there. I mean, he should have been able to keep his cool. It is more about the attitude that he has that is really affecting his progress on the pitch. But I mean, the things that he does not do very well are things that can be corrected by a manager. It's just that he often showed these um, but his bad attitude, and the manager doesn't want to take no prisoners. So he would rather not have a player like Ganacho if Ganacho is not willing to do the things that he expects of him. And but it seems that Ganacho has gotten back in line. He has understood what the manager wants, and slowly by
He's,
slowly he'll become the player that the manager wants. He
he
still
won't be
has
messing
edge on
around
his
anytime
side.
soon.
Yeah.
He won't be messing around anytime soon. Well, that's very good to understand. Yeah, Josh. Okay, now let's get back to the main topic. That is Man United versus Southampton tomorrow at Old Trafford. A game that I really can't wait. I can't wait. I mean, it's highly anticipated, a very, very highly anticipated game. United has to do whatever it takes to win that game. So so is Southampton. I mean, they have only 6 points. They want to get out of the relegation at the bottom of the table. They want to. They're already fighting for relegation. And with United, we want to go back at least into the
And
top 10 if that
uh,
exists. And
too
that
bad,
means we have to win the game.
too bad for Southampton because this is 2025 and it is the first game that United will play at home. I mean, we've started off 2025 in another gear, and
So
you hope
splendid
that
way.
the tough fixtures are out of the way for the moment for United, and we can start to accumulate a few points. But then again, it is also very difficult to play against relegation battling sides because every point counts, and they fight for every ball and things like that. But I just think that United will have enough to win this game. I hope that the manager does not um, tinker too much with the team because of the upcoming
Me
game
too.
at Brighton.
Me too. Me too. I'm just really excited. I mean, United hadn't scored at Anfield since 2028. Amorim just changed that.
Oh,
Sorry,
2018.
2018. Sorry, 2018. 2028 is when we lift the EPL, as Omar Bereda
Yeah,
promised
yeah,
us.
yeah. And
Then
Chidobe Martin will be the top scorer.
exactly, United hadn't won since 2019 at the Emirates just a few days ago. That all is now history. That has been changed. So I'm really happy that the manager is giving his best. I'm happy that we've tried to play so well. I think you saw even improve the set pieces. Arsenal had around 10 set pieces. Remember, we're a man short, but somehow Carlos Fernandez is also doing a good job. Amarim also gave out a shout to
I
him.
think,
The players are doing
yeah,
so good. They know what to do, much as it's challenging, especially against a team like Arsenal. Uh, players like uh, players like Ugarte are doing so well, magnificent. He was
it's very good
magnificent. He
with the
was
set
very, very good.
pieces. With the set pieces, I think the manager pulled the rabbit out of the hole to play Altai Bayinda in goal.
Oh my
I
God!
mean,
By the way,
he's not the name that we saw
I
on the
call that
lineup, and
I call that
we
redemption. I
exactly
call that redemption for him because, as you
true
said,
because when
everyone saw him on the lineup, and me myself,
yeah,
I was
because we
scared.
had
I was
seen what he
wondering
had
why.
done at Spurs, and but now with hindsight, actually during the game, I started to feel that this was the right choice from the manager because Arsenal was having too many corners, but he managed to collect at least twice. When he collected a corner with his hands, I did believe that yeah, this was a right decision from the manager to bring a very imposing figure in goal.
Well. That's it. I mean, I can't wait at Old Trafford tomorrow, smashing Southampton again, head-to-head record. Out of the 5 games, last 5 games, they have 3 losses against us, 0 draws, and we've won twice. And we've lost each one. Each Southampton and Man United have something in common. Josh, last 5 games, lost 3 games, 1 win, and 1 draw.
Stop
I hope
comparing
that
us with
switches tomorrow.
Southampton, bro.
I hope that changes tomorrow, Josh. I really hope. If we don't want to be compared with teams like Southampton, Josh, we need to do better. We need to step up. We need to get out of the I mean, that second, I don't even want to talk about it. Get into the top 10. Okay, first 10, then get into the top six, then into the top 4. And there we will be in the right conversation. Our name will be sounding with the right teams that need to be sounded with. You get it? So
Yeah.
it's not an easy thing. But yo, Josh, tell me, you said the manager doesn't need to think a lot. You don't want him
To
to think
think
a lot.
a lot, but I can
Yeah,
understand if he does. I can understand if he does, and
because he needs to do now some rotation.
I would expect the players who are selected for the game to give 100% for this game, because if he does rotate, I do think the players to rotate is Terrell Malacia, Anthony, maybe Ahmad
Average,
Diallo.
average,
Yeah,
average.
maybe
It's
Ahmad
too bad
Diallo.
that we don't
Ahmad
have
Diallo
depth.
has a knock, so if he overcomes the knock, then he will maybe play at left wing back. So
Let's wait and see. Yeah,
sorry, at
Josh. By the
right
way,
wing back.
yeah, let's get right into it, Josh. Your predicted starting lineup. Give it to me.
Um, I'm going
Are you having
to
are you having Bayinda in the goal again?
no. I bring back Andre
Or
Onana.
not? Yeah.
Yeah, I bring back Andre Onana. The other one was a tactical masterclass. I mean, Bayinda in goal. I mean, he would be asking himself why he does not start this game, but I would prefer to restore Onana, and I would play with the game against Brighton in mind. I would play Onana, and the right I would play Amad Diallo. The left wing back I would play Tarek Malasia. Then oh no, Licha, Maguire, and Lenny Euro. Yes. No, I keep Maguire out of the game. Licha, Delict, and Lenny Euro. So, Licha, Delict, Mazraoui.
Okay, then
The three at the back.
midfield or rather wing backs.
Uh, the wing backs, Amad Diallo, right wing back, and left wing back, Terrell Malasia. Then the two tens, I would have Joshua Zagze and Bruno Fernandes. Then I
And in
would
the
have
midfield, who do you
Rasmus
have?
Højlund.
Ugarte
Ugarte. In midfield, I have
and
Ugarte and Kobe Mainu.
Fernandez, Kobe
Oh,
Mino.
no, actually, Toby Kolaya can play this one. Ugarte and Toby Kolaya.
Then the 2 10s,
The two tens, I would have Joshua Zagze and Bruno Fernandes. Then
Amad
Rasmus
Diallo.
Højlund on top. Amad
Amad Diallo
Diallo
is
is
playing
a
as
right wing back.
left wing back. Sorry, right wing
Right
back.
wing
Okay.
back. Yeah.
Well, of course, I'd have Onana in the goal. But yeah, shout outs to Bayenda. He did put up a very spectacular performance over the weekend against Arsenal. But I would have Onana. I would have. I would have. I would have Mazarawi. I would have Maguire again in the middle, and I would have Delict on the other side. The reason being, Josh, I think he's done so well. Maguire has proved himself. I like
That's
how
why I'm keeping him for the
he
Brighton
had
game.
everyone was gunning at him, throwing insults, how he's washed, how he's what, and they're calling him all sorts of names. But he kept his head high, didn't say anything. He
Yeah.
kept on playing, and he's been vindicated. He's doing so well. He's doing
Yeah, he
amazingly well.
shut
So
up. He
I think
shut
it
up
would be good
because he was whatever they were saying he was at the time. But he just yes, he was
and I
whatever they
think,
were
George, it
saying
will
at
be
the
nice for
time.
him to
And
continue playing right now, pick up the pace, even do more.
no.
So for me,
He
Josh, my
walked off
starting lineup.
limping. He
Yeah.
walked off
Oh,
limping.
by the way, I remember. Yeah.
So I would rather
Lenny
that he
Euro.
sits out this one because it's against Southampton, and he comes back against Brighton.
Oh yeah, I remember. If he has no issues, I would have him and Delict, but he walked off limping. Now that changes everything. I don't think the manager would want to risk him. Although I haven't seen any assessment that he's going to be out for some time. So I'll stick to it. Onana,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
um,
yeah, 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 yeah.
Onana, Mazarawi, uh, Maguire in the middle, and Delict on the other side. At one point, even Delict and Maguire can interchange. Then in the midfield, or rather wing backs, I would have Oh, Josh, that's a crazy one. But yeah, right wing back, I would also have Amad Diallo. Left wing back, unfortunately, I would have
You can have Mazraoui as your right wing back or
left wing
left wing
back,
back. Since
le- left wing back, Josh, left wing back. You know what? Again, let me do my line. Sorry. I have Onana. Listen. It's tricky. Yeah, Josh. I have Onana.
I
I
told
have
you,
Lenny.
Diogo
I have
Dallo
Lenny
is
Euro.
not here, and
Yeah. I
the
have
manager,
Onana.
the manager might be doing the same thing that you're doing because this is the first time that he's
Tinkering.
going to play without Diogo Dallo, so he
Listen,
has to be
that
very
is why
clever.
we really need a left wing back, by the way, so far. But yo, just listen. Onana, Lenny, you're a right wing back. Maguire and Delict. Then on the other side, I would have our wing backs. I would have Mazarawi and Tyrell Malasia. Painful as it is. Then in the midfield, I would have Ugarte and Kobe Mino. The two tens, Ahmad Diallo and Bruno Fernandes behind Joshua Zaxi. I would have Rasmus Hojlund sit and start Joshua Zaxi.
You play
That's my
Bruno
lineup.
and who in your turn?
And Ahmad Diallo.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and Ahmad Diallo. I
oh
think
yeah,
for me
yeah.
that's okay.
That's
But
good too.
Josh, the problem of the left wing back really has to be addressed so fast. It has to be addressed because we are struggling. You can see.
Yes, we just
Imagine
had
if
a medical.
imagine if uh, imagine if Tyrell Malasia is also injured. Not that he's even an exceptional player; he's average. But I mean, tomorrow I hope he comes with his A
No,
game
he's
because
a
we
good
need him.
player.
We need to
Terry
start winning
Malacia is a
games.
very good player. I don't know why you say he's average. You've not had the chance to see the player. So, I mean, on what are you judging the player?
Oh, Josh, we have. Don't tell me he was out
Have
the
you?
whole of last season.
Yeah, he was.
Hey, well,
18 months.
he's been given a few opportunities. What has he done, Josh? Ever since the
Christ have
season
mercy.
started.
Christ have
No, for real.
mercy.
The only player
Christ have
that I
mercy.
would excuse is
Hey, don't
Joshua
stop.
Zaxi. I don't
Oh my
understand why
God.
people are really coming for Joshua Zaxi. No,
Oh
Josh,
my.
because I thought
But
about it. It's his first season. His
you
price
can
tag is
excuse.
37.
Yeah, you can
But
excuse
Rasmus
Joshua
Hoyland is
Zaxi,
he's uh-huh.
but you cannot excuse Terrell Malacia, who was out for 18 months injured.
Before 18 months, Josh he was playing, but he wasn't very. I mean, he wasn't that kind of player that was putting up performances. I'm telling you,
You
if
don't
Luke Shaw was
remember.
fit
You don't remember.
right
You
now,
don't remember.
I understand he's
You don't
already
remember the
under
player.
recovery. He's
No,
coming
no,
back.
no, you don't
I'm
remember
telling
the
you,
player.
Luke Shaw
You
would
don't
come and
remember the
walk
player
straight
you're
into
talking
that 10.
about. You don't
It's only
remember the
bad that
player.
he has toilet paper bones.
You do not remember the player you're talking about. So let's just leave it at that. Terrell Malacia?
Sports Sports Jazz guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Josh and Isa, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. And Josh, briefly, we have a player scouted by Christopher Vivel. I understand he might move from the interim status to permanent sporting director. He might take that role. But yeah, he's been doing a lot of scouting. And Nene Dogalez or Degelez, sorry if I pronounce it poorly, comes from Mali, went through the same academy as Seko Kone, that is Guiders FC. Uh, Still scouted by Christopher Vivel. Back then, he plays for right now RB Salzburg, but a player for Hoffenheim. He's on loan. And right now, we have the same gentleman, Vivel, at United, and he wants to bring him. He's a left winger, 22 years old. He can play as a right winger. I mean, I think he's seen as a replacement for Marcus Rashford. out of 14 matches this season. He has 4 goals and 2 assists. Yeah, Josh, do you think he will be? I mean, game 20 years old is not so bad
I
if he
do, I
joins.
do like, I do like the deliberate effort by people like Christopher Vivel to go out there and bring this talent that we've not had before. Manchester United has been known of picking up players that have made the most news. The tabloids have written the most about them. So I mean, we go and get them, and at the end of the day, we just bought a headline. But for me, when you do buy when you do do your homework and you bring in players like that, I don't mind them not working out, because at least you did try to unearth a gem. So I mean, you just have to have a very good eyes so you don't lose money along the way. But I like the fact that we did sign Diego Leon. I like the fact that we are looking at
He's already
players
done
like
with his medical.
Dogeles.
Mm.
Yeah, I like the fact that we're looking at players like Dogeles. So I mean, 22 years old, if he's coming in and he's that strong player. I mean, this is a guy who can learn from the new manager. He can learn the things that the manager is, and I like the fact that he's an African player from Mali, because many a time African players do have a lot of technical ability, and they're very strong, and they can do things that not so many players can do on the pitch. So I mean, the flair is there, the technical ability is spot on. They are strong. I mean, if he's quite the player that I do think that Christopher Vivel can look at, then he would be a good purchase for Manchester United. And besides, he doesn't come on a very big transfer fees and stuff like that that would hamper his progress. Like we've seen, it has been the case at Manchester United. Very
Yeah,
top talent that has come in at big transfer fees as
Josh.
expectation of this transfer fee.
Yeah, thank you, Josh. Thank you there. Thank you there. Yeah, I'm glad I have you back. Yo, Sports Jazz, once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. I think I'd also be happy if Man United added in, rather, we got more attackers. Casemiro is, sorry, not Casemiro. Who's this former Madrid player? Isco. I mean, we could get him on loan, Josh. We just need players just to fill this void until the summer transfer window, Josh. Honestly speaking. Because Josh, we are so poor up front. We are so poor. We need to improve up front.
Yeah. I leave that to Ruben Amorim to be able to throw names around and see whether Christopher Vivel in his interim role as the sporting director can be able to get him these players that he wants to improve his side. But it is very difficult for Manchester United at the moment, and Marcus Rashford, much as the tabloids are making it more than what it is, I don't think that he has very many suitors,
Well, that's it for today,
because
guys. Thank you
that's
so
our
much for
cash
tuning
cow.
in. Josh and Isaac, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. We are officially signing out. See you tomorrow. Oh, do not forget there are games happening today, Josh. There are games happening today, but I'll read the one that matters: Arsenal versus Spurs. Spurs, at least for one, Tottenham Hotspurs, Postecoglou, at least for this one time, act up, do just one job. Tottenham Hotspurs has only one job tonight to beat Arsenal. Yo,
and it
they
and
never
it
beat Arsenal. I don't understand why.
and it will
That's all
fail.
they have to do, and it will fail. Signing
It
out,
will
Josh and
fail.
Isaac. Please do subscribe. Sports Jazz.
Cheers, yo.